I'm playing the game. Where is Stanley Parable? Did I fucking put it on not safe for work again?
Probably. Why wouldn't you be
There
putting
it
it there?
is.
That makes that sound horrible, right?
You sound the same as always, so
Which is
sure, I
horrible.
guess.
You know what? I'm gonna target Chen then. Chen is my first target now. She's gonna die. I will murder her. I'm not gonna let her live, man.
Crows, crows, crows. What a strange name.
Are Are you not gonna live stream it yet?
Please enter the current time. Why do they all why do I gotta answer that again? Hold on. Uh full screen. Right, stream should be happening now. Alright, let's see the time.
Yeah,
It is
it's
15
3 o'clock.
o'clock. Exactly. That makes my life easier. Why can't I see my mouse? Where is my mouse? What the? What?
Huh. What did you do now, Rusty?
Okay, well, here's my mouse. Huh? What?
What did you do, Rusty? Okay, I'm afraid I think I can only do one stage now per full heal, Rusty.
There you go.
It's
Is it?
3:01 now, Rusty.
Yep. I knew it.
I think I can only
Carefully.
do one stage now
There we
per
go.
fucking full heal, Rusty.
And then confirm. Okay, well, this is atrocious. Hang on, hang on. Before we get started, can I just say something? Okay?
No.
Thank you for actually setting the clock both times you booted up the game. A lot of people don't take that step seriously. They just leave the clock set at 12 o'clock and call it a day. Huh? But you're actually taking the time to set the clock, and I appreciate that. Oh, wait, is the mouse being invisible intentional or something then? That's how I know that you care about this experience. You're paying attention. I don't even have any way of knowing if the times you're setting are correct. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Since you've been so cooperative, next time you boot up the game and see the screen, just set the clock to your favorite time. What? Go ahead, pick whatever time you want, even if it's not the correct time. You've earned it. Alright, I'll let you get back to the video game now. What? Does that actually matter?
Well, you'll find out, Rusty.
Anyway,
Holy hell.
what does one-handed walking mean? Hold left and alright.
You
Let's
already told me.
let's just go.
Yeah, sure.
Alright. I got a nice and simple ending I think we can achieve right away. Very easily.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
This is a story of a man named Stanley.
Let's do this.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go
What
to the
could it
meeting room.
mean?
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright, so we'll follow the narrator for now.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open
This is
doors,
the left
he
door,
entered the
right?
door on his left.
Okay, good.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Tip for
Feeling
not
a
getting
wave of
fired.
disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his
Of
boss's
course.
office, hoping he
Don't
might
get
find an answer
fired.
there.
Amazing advice.
Very easy way to not get
Coming to a
fired, right? Yeah.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark... Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Let me advance the story already. So we're gonna be doing the same as for the first ending, minus me accidentally going through the right
Feeling soothed
door.
and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened
With one
passageway.
exception that we'll be doing differently. I'm pretty sure it's obvious what I'm trying to do. Anyway,
Murder.
what?
Are you gonna go to the escape?
Descending
minute.
deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This
My
question
crouching
would not go unanswered for long.
has reset
Your
back to
crouching
Alt
is?
instead of C. Why?
Scroll down.
There we go. But
You weirdo.
why?
Because you're a weirdo.
There you go. Much better.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Mind control facility.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Where's the button?
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
How about no?
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In
Well,
the
ain't you
event
just
that this
a
machine
bitch?
is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires.
I'm gonna
This is
blow this
much
place
better
up.
than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But
Nanny.
what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going. What all this means, I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood.
Oh.
You're gonna die anyway.
Well, shit.
I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone.
4?
Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp.
Disabled.
I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not?
Okay.
These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones, or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
I'm getting all the endings, damn it.
Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Resty dead. Let's go.
Cool.
So, do you actually know what you're supposed to do there?
No.
Yeah, I'm not gonna help here unless you specifically ask for it.
Good. That's fine. I forgot about that escape option. Yeah, I'll go to that route one more time.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply
I really don't want to go back to the right door route again, since that seems like there's way more options
When
to
Stanley
do
came
there.
to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet
You
there
haven't
was not
even
a
found the
single
broom
person here
closet,
either.
Esty.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley
Okay, no
decided to
idea what
go
the
up
fuck
to
you're
his
talking
boss's.
about.
Coming to a
You just
staircase,
passed the
Stanley
broom
walked
closet,
upstairs
Esty.
to his boss's office.
No idea what you're talking about.
It's the broom
Okay, I think
closet.
we all know the drill by now. Blah,
That's
blah,
all there
blah.
is
Dark
to
secrets,
it.
the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new
Blah, blah,
passageway.
blah.
Quelle surprise.
Cool, thanks.
You get the gist by now. It's nice, right? It doesn't annoy you with just repetitive shit, right?
Nice.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
No. There you go. I don't know why I was stuck
Although
there.
this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
The door didn't close behind me.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Yeah, because I'm a brave boy. Rather, I'm a stupid boy. Bye-bye. I live?
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his
Oh.
life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Adios, amigos. Kinky.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator,
What?
as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Cool.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Huh. Bruh. Filing cabinet. Corridor. Office layout. Cool. Behind the scenes stuff. Nature paintings. I want to push buttons. It's like a mini version of the freaking entire game. How cute. Solitaire? I want to play solitaire. No, why did I turn it off? Can I turn it back on? Why? Cool. No point going through that. Credits. Cool. A little too early for me to be getting credits, I think. Or not, I don't know.
It's never too early, Stanley.
I stand Stanley. Huh. Right's always right, I say. A printer. Fun. Warzone. Early in development, we designed an ending where Stanley would end up on a battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build it that it was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpreted it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. I want to see that. That sounds like a cool ending. How dare they? I'm pretty sure even canceling this was intentional on their part. I'm convinced. Just to, just to play fun of us or something. Huh, so I guess these are technically new additions in this place? These paintings? Are those money? What the fuck? It's an empty room. Oh. Narrator emails. How do you type with boxing gloves on? What do the lights in the control room do? I really want to know. Cool. This section of the game might not have an ending, I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, but I think they want me to quit from the desktop, quit back to the menu.
Stanley, you don't know anything.
Bruh, it's from the right path thing.
Everything is there, Rusty.
Sure seems like it. I'm using the right wall strategy, by the way, in case no one's figured it out yet. Escape menu. Ah, okay. So there's no ending that require. Okay, so that right there is all the clue I needed. Zending levers. I never saw any of these. These levers were originally part of the Zending. The player would pull a lever and the narrator would describe what color they had pulled. What?
Is the Zen ending?
This screenshot depicts an early version of the ending known as the Zending, which was eventually cut and merged with another part of the game. What is this? What?
It's an ending that you haven't fucking found yet. That's the only explanation for it, Rusty.
Appears so. Hey, there's the elevator. Oh shit, I'm not following my right wall strategy anymore. I meant to go here first. Trailers. Cool. Not that there's anything wrong with this movement speed, but I wish I were a little faster. Countdown room. Oh.
Yeah.
It's always been
That's
called
where
the
you just
countdown room.
that's where you just failed. Last fucking
The
run.
elevator in the monitor room could go up or down with freedom above and countdown below. We abandoned this when players found it too difficult to remember what was up and what was down, and placed the two endings together instead. Cool.
Freedom ending.
Oh, I'll go there last. Right, while strategy depicts I should go here next. Did I have the right time? Oh, I'm right back here. Nice.
Whaled it.
Lounge. Underground. Ugh, my dog
Underground.
bite is acting up. That's how I know the weather actually is cold again.
It's not
Uh,
really.
a long time of story time, real quick, while I continue exploring. I got bit by a dog once.
Then push the number 4.
Narration outtakes. Kevin writing the voice of the narrator recorded dialogue for the entire game roughly 3 separate times over the 2 years of development. These are clips from early takes that were not used in the final game. I can't hear them. I got bit right in the butt, in fact. It would have been comedic if it wasn't for the fact that it was painful and horrifying.
Well, it was painful and horrifying for you, but probably hilarious for other people that saw it happen.
Yep. To this day, my bite mark has never truly went away, in fact. And anytime it's cold, it acts up. And it becomes really painful for me to take a seat. Whenever it's acting up like this. As if my sitting posture couldn't be any more terrible. It was not fun getting injected anti-rabies bullshit in my butt. Let me tell ya.
So why did you get bit in the ass?
I used to be in charge of bringing leftovers as dog food for our pet dogs. Needless to say, I don't have that job anymore after they tried mauling me while I was sending the food to them. Because contrary to what they might believe, I am not their food.
Except you are.
Apparently.
You're literally just skin and bones, resting. And you know, dogs
Oh,
like
look
bones.
at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
I don't know what
Can you
idea
see?
you have about me.
Can you see how much they need one another?
I guess I
No,
can.
Perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
It's a strange dynamic.
But
I
listen to
ship
me.
them.
You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
Then know what you think I'm here for, lady. But you should know by now a gamer's mentality. Besides, most people, myself excluded, actually paid to get this experience. Why would I just want to quit? After already spending my money.
So, Resty, before you do anything, after you leave that room,
Well,
After you leave that room,
All of
go
his
look at the
co-workers were
right door.
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided
Go
to go to
click
the
on
meeting
430 a
room.
bunch of
Perhaps he
times.
had simply missed a memo.
4:30.
Yeah, go interact with the door.
How do I can interact with doors?
Oh,
Yeah, you press your
please.
E
Are
button.
you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No, 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 no. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
I can interact with things by pressing both my left mouse button and my E.
I have to say I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
I can do this all day, game. I play Osu.
I
No,
know.
no,
My
no,
average
I'm
is
still not feeling it. I
50
want this
clicks per
achievement to have
second. Did
meant
you
something.
know?
It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness
Double
to go
hand
all the way no matter what the
method.
cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
What? 417. Where is 417?
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
Okay. I hate you for telling me about this, Sorry.
Why?
Where is door 437? New content. Later.
Did you already passport? Don't go in there. The door will close. How did you not see 437, Rusty? Are you blind?
Where is 437?
In the beginning area.
Wait, that's our room. God damn it.
No, not. That's 427. Like, you literally didn't see it, Rusty. Are
Oh,
you
there it
blind?
is.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
Okay.
He
415.
wants to see some
415.
hustle, Rusty. Come on, give him some hustle.
Hey, what's this? I got it. Eh.
You can also interact with those PCs.
Eh. Okay, 415, right? 415.
As long as you don't exit the
Now,
fucking,
back to door number
enter the double room
437.
door, you should be fine.
Sure. Whatever you say, Mr. Narrator, sir.
Cerner.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine? All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
I don't have Steam achievements. What I'm
I
doing
know.
is literally pointless.
Okay,
It
now
is.
go climb on employee 419's desk.
This is. I guess this is supposed to be some sort of. What's the word for it? You know, satire on the bullshit theory that is achievements, and it's supposed to make fun of achievement hunters.
Yes, this is great. You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
Fuck you.
Yeah, so basically, um, you should really pay attention to the fucking everything, Rusty.
I guess. Where's
Guys,
416?
do you think you're gonna go enter the new content door after doing that shit?
I don't know. I unlocked it. May as well, at least just once. So does door
Or what?
416 not exist?
It does exist. You're just blind.
I sure am.
You'd think that the door 416 is near 417 and 415, right?
Yes. They definitely said 416, not 42.
Wait a minute. What if the new content door is 416? Because look, behind you is 417. The door next to you is the door in that hallway is 415, right? That's 417. That's 415. See? It's 415. I think the new content door is 416, but the new content door is fucking messing with it.
You're joking.
Oh no.
You're joking me, Stanley.
Oh no. Can you still interact with the door? And does it still count as 416? Bruh.
Bruh moment.
Well then. I mean, since you entered the new content, you might as well, right?
Bullshit, I'll be back. Oh,
Oh, cool. It's 416. Good. Can you not interact with it?
I'm interacting with it right now.
How many times did you need to click on it?
I'm pressing it as hard as I can.
Bruh, if this shit doesn't work because of the new content, I don't think it's working, right? Hey, as you said, it's, Steam. You don't have it on, so it doesn't matter, right? Or do you want to waste all that effort?
Indeed. Weffert aced.
Effort ace. What the hell? Effort aced. Nice. That's
Fuck
gonna be
you,
my
dude.
new favorite saying, Rusty.
Right next to Bad Vibes.
I also like my Weffert aced, Rusty.
Yes, I like acing Weffert. There's nothing I
Hello,
like
and
more.
thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Me too, and I don't even know the original game.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Gimme the content, Stanley.
The jump circle.
All right. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Incredible.
Very.
We need to jump 100 times, assuming you're counting in base 6. Seximal.
And
3, 2, 1.
you are out of jump.
Yeah. That did nothing.
Exactly, but it's new content. You couldn't jump previously, right?
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
This reminds me of that last episode SpongeBob thing. More elevators.
Goodness, another elevator.
How many
Stanley,
loading
I
screens?
have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content?
You loaded in the
If this is
stage,
new
you
content,
know,
then I could just
that
read you the
elevator
whole
isn't really a
dictionary. There's
loading.
20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more. Very good. Yes.
The reason why
I
those
knew there
elevators
had to be
exist is so
something
that the
else.
narrator
Let's
can
see
talk,
it.
Rusty.
Yes,
I'm ready
I'm
for whatever
aware.
it is.
That is the other reason elevators and stuff exist.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stan, this is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and
actually
I'm
in the
offended,
Steam
and I
achievements?
intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
The end is never the end. It's never the end.
It's never the end is loading. Nani? Narrator. I think we fucked up. No achievement for interacting with those.
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent!
I'm not
I want to
sus.
show you something!
Yeah, I like how that's the first thing that immediately comes to your mind.
Huh.
Don't you want to be sus?
Come on, come on, narrator. Tell me about Among Us. Do you know about the game Among Us? You need to vent, Stanley, but be careful, or else people will think you're sus. Bum 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 bum. I'm so sorry. I couldn't resist. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum.
Stop it. Get some help. Why, Rusty?
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past, and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
What is this?
I call it the memory zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Cool.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the memory zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had
Oh,
integrity.
Rusty doesn't remember
They
because he
really
didn't
It
play
all
that back
meant
then.
something. Oh, the waste.
You don't
Audience.
remember Rusty because you didn't play it.
And also, yeah, I don't remember because I didn't play it.
Well, you better remember it now, Rusty.
Sure. Is this the Steam? Wow, how nostalgic.
Even Rusty gets
Steam
hit
in
by nostalgia,
2013.
even though he didn't do anything.
It used to be so much better, so much more dark. Now it's much more darker. Linguists identify 15,000-year-old ultra-conversed words, The Washington Post. What? The original remake. What? Nominee. Nice. Film and television arts. New video game releasing to... What the f... Oh, wow, look at this
And over
water.
here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you
What?
hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now
Persona
it's
3.
nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
I wasn't even there for an hour. Memory zone maintenance. Person of the year.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Okay. Source.
SDK.
It's the fucking... It's a 3D modeling bullshit. And here's some carpet textures they got.
There's a
Literally
carpet.
anything. People play games because of what they can do inside them, and your game's very good at letting them know they can't do anything. Literally anything. Where should I go next? The Serious Room, 2013.
Do you want to know what a serious room is?
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again.
I didn't play the original, but I
Wait,
sympathize.
hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
Why does he keep skipping his dialogue? Dang it. Ooh, vending machine.
Much like the ones in the
Too
you know
bad I
what
can't get
game.
mini soda. And then turn it into
And baking
large
soda.
soda.
Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Maybe. Bruh. Caution, high. Not recommend.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humour and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Indeed, indeed. Such refinery.
Rusty agrees.
Much philosophical. Deep wow.
Deep wow. Rusty is turning into Doge.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I?
Definitely
You
no.
can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Where to now? Oh, point of no return.
What's this one got to say? You
9.8
constantly have to
hours.
stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Okay.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have... Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more... Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes?
What?
It's not unendurable by any means, but it's... Well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here? Where did the door go? Wasn't there a door that led into this room?
What?
I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole? A sufficiently large crack? Stanley! Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times, and there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button, and if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here, and more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again. I can't control anything in this room, Stanley. I can't touch it, and I...
Ew.
Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week.
Bruh.
Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time, just sitting here, not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't
There's
the same
layers
at all.
upon layers of satire here.
Because I
and
know
I can't
you
understand
can't hear
any.
me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley, not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore. I'll give it all up. I'll give up every branching path. I'll burn my story to the ground. One single thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything, is to know that someone else is taking it in. These words that I'm saying, I need to know you can hear me. Because maybe, Stanley, maybe, if you can hear me, then maybe it means I'm real. Maybe I'm not just a fiction. Was I scared of that all along? Perhaps, yes. Perhaps I've been scared this whole time, that if I stop speaking, I'll slip backwards into the silence and be consumed by it. I can't be taken by it, Stanley. I can't lose myself in the stretch of emptiness between you and me. When you press that button, you're still right there, but I know you're so tremendously far away. And in those moments, the emptiness folds itself outward in between the two of us, and I am suspended in its unyielding quietness. I can feel the edges of my reality.
Wow, he really does know how to talk forever.
And decaying. Oh, hello, it's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year.
Bruh.
Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life. All of them collapsed down into a single instant. In that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, with a collected heart.
Fun
It was
fact,
an
guys.
impossibly
Did
rich
you know that
wellspring of both delight and
Stanley
disgust
has a stand ability?
simultaneously.
It's been
I was
confirmed in a
consumed
Twitter
by it.
post
I
back in
could do nothing but wallow
2019
in it for
of
what
October
felt like an
35.
eternity. For what I now know was far less. You see,
What's the
it
name of
was a
his stand
revelation
ability?
for me.
You
It was
ask?
unlike
Well,
anything I had
I'm
ever
so glad
known.
you asked.
It was a space without
The
consequence,
name of his
without
stand is
action or
King
outcome.
Crimson!
It was
Amazing.
I can press it again. Huh, I guess he gave up. Oops. Stop that incessant
But they
noise.
didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was
What?
meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability, it's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world, as though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to...
How do I get out of here? So what exactly is the skip button doing now? King Crimson.
The end is never the end, is never the end, is never
Hey,
the
that's
end,
the
is
loading
never
screen.
the end, is never 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 the end, is never...
What am I doing with my life? Oh. Well, if I skip forward in time soon enough, the wall should be crumbling and I'll be out of here. Flawless logic. So come on, King Crimson. Time shall skip forward. Well, that looks like an opening if I've ever seen one. Come on, just a little more. Bruh. Can I climb these? Whee! Time travel. Fun. Oh, it's nighttime. Oh, I think it's more than just nighttime. Look at this place. Ah, it appears time is so far out now and skipping time is so much. Barely anything changes anymore, even though lots of time probably passes. Yep. Nice. Oh wow, lovely. Cool soundtrack. If only I had a compass to tell whether or not it's morning, sunrise, or sundown. Can I
Why
not
would you
test
use
this
a
anymore?
compass?
So I can tell whether or not the sun is facing the east or the west. Let's go to the
Why not
sun.
just find a Why not just find the clock, Rusty? That's if there are still clocks working, since you're probably like millions of years into the future by now.
Yep. Cool.
Anyways,
I think that's
you-
enough.
no, I think you should do one more and close the door, Rusty.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Well, that's pathetic.
Hey. Yep, that should be it for today, right, Rusty?
Yes, that
Did you
should be
have
it.
fun with the skip?
We made the narrator wait, and then we made Stanley wait. Amazing.
Did you have fun with the skip button?
Yes, it was fun being able to gain King Crimson's ability. Oh, ho, 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 I'm sorry. Anyways,
Mm-hmm.
that shall be the end of this recording. Please
Yep.
tell me that was all recorded.